round of applause. All right, thank you. So you stand this side. So we're just going to break it down in slow time. One of the first things that you can do, just depending on the person, is you immediately take control. You just naturally take control of the person, and that way they know you have the upper hand. Obviously, if they go to shake your hand, you're actually taking it right up in here. If they try and shake your hand first, just because you'll subconsciously let them know you're in charge of what this situation is, okay? So you would just take them there. Then you can go to the hand. If they don't shake your hand, you go straight for the hand like that. Okay. And what I like to do, depending on, again, it's dependent on the person, is I like to distract them just a little bit. Because bear in mind, at the moment, they're consciously thinking in a critical sense. And the more you overload them with information, the more this will work. And I just distract them to stand back over there. Good, that's it. It's just enough. And then you can say things like, put your longest hand out.
Steck dein längste Hand aus. Ist das die längste?
Longest hand?
Die längste Hand?
It's already just creating enough confusion for me to tap in.
Konfusion.
I'll just take your glasses.
Die Brille, genau.
Yeah?
Ja, auch abnehmen.
Do you need to take a DNA sample of the glasses? Are we good? You're not wanted
müsst
by
ihr
the police?
DNA-Probe der Gläser nehmen.
Gentlemen, you'll get makeup all over you, just so you know.
Meine Herren, ihr werdet Make-up hier kriegen.
And ladies, you're going to get makeup too.
Und meine Damen, ihr kriegt auch Make-up.
Just being aware of this, because that's why you want to catch the face. If ladies have makeup on, you don't want to end up with a big.
Weil ihr nicht
I know.
Das Make-up hier haben wollt.
So many times I go to the dry cleaners and one side of my jacket is always full of
eine Seite meines Jacketts ist immer
all this stuff,
voll mit Zeugs.
Looks like I've been to the Disco Europa.
Zur Disco Europa gewesen bin.
All right. So once you've distracted them, you would say any injuries, illnesses, any issues, any problems. Make sure they're not chewing. Just do all this really, really super quickly. Obviously, if it's one of your clients, it's a bit slower, and you can find maybe just the actual room in your practice. But usually this, if you're going to do this just on the street, or you're going to do this in a lecture demo, it's going to be really fast, actually. So you do all these things fast. You make sure that you have it in your mind that you're not going to fail no matter what. You just pick the right person. And then you explain to them what's going to happen. So what's going to happen is you're going to feel a jolt of the hand. It's a jolt. You're going to feel yourself moving forward, and you're going to feel yourself almost leaning like this, and you're going to feel me take your head. You're going to feel me.
Du fühlst.
Hypnotist. You're going to feel me take your head, and I'm going to rotate you like that way, just to protect the face. That's what it is. Now, one of the things where people go wrong on this, it's not a pull directly towards you. She will crack her nose right on your shoulder or on your collarbone. It's not, as we discussed yesterday, straight in here. She's going to crack her head on you. It's going to hurt. First workshop, for the first couple of times, everybody was whacking their heads on each other. So just be careful. A little bit later on. I would rather you do it slow first and then speed up towards the end of the line and just crack somebody's head immediately. Okay? So one of the tricks, or two of the tricks rather, one is when you look at the YouTube videos, if you've ever seen them, it looks like it's very forceful. I get comments all the time, wow, you're pulling the arm out of the socket. It's what it looks like. You're not. You can do this on, I've done this on elderly people, young people, never hurts them. It's never really strong, it just looks it. And what it is, it's a flick. It's just a flick of the wrist. And it's a flick down, not across, down. You're going to feel this, but you'll stand upright. It's a flick, like that.
So etwas. Genau. Boink.
Yeah, just like that.
Ja, genau so.
Okay, good. Okay. So what it is,
was es ist,
when you first take the hand, let's just break this down. What you got on your hands? Cream is very slippery.
Creme ist sehr rutschig.
It's very slippery.
Don't lose me.
No,
verliere mich nicht.
So when you take the hand, That's the first thing you're going to do. You take control, take the
das
hand.
Erste, was du machst, übernimmst die
What
Kontrolle.
people do is they start doing all this. They start doing this. It's not that.
Und das ist
It's just a very subtle. It's almost like a wiggle.
Es ist wie ein
Imagine a snake just kind of wiggling. It's just a wiggle, and it's enough just to have them. Their mind is thinking, "What's going on? I don't know what's happening." But they start to focus on this. Are you focusing on that?
Und sie beginnen sich darauf zu fokussieren.
As soon as they start focusing on that,
sobald sie aufhören, sich darauf zu fokussieren, bittest du sie, schau über die Augen, nicht in die Augen gucken lassen, das ist komisch. Wenn es ein Mann und eine Mann und dann fangen die an zu lachen, der Typ fängt an zu lachen, das ist ein bisschen unbehaglich. Also über die Augen schauen. Deswegen gucken sie hierher. Sie müssen nämlich die Augen hierher fokussieren. Wie du das machst, ist, sag, schau hierher. Wenn du einen
As you doink them on the forehead, it's going to simulate blinking.
Genannt,
so now their
simuliert das
distraction is
Blinken. Jetzt ist die Ablenkung hier, dann ist dieses Blinken und das Gucken. Das sind drei Sachen. Das Gehirn kann das nicht machen, geht in Überladungsmodus und es wird geschockt. Es weiß nicht, was es machen soll. Es weiß nicht, was als nächstes passiert.
Because of that, it's already starting to critically not know what to do. So what we do is we go into the fight or flight behavior. And what we do is we search into the subconscious. What are we supposed to do when somebody's doing this? What does our auto program says? It says we shut down and protect ourselves. Is what it says. That's kind of automatic split decision. And the way we do this, just put it there. So just there, that's it. So just imagine it's one.
Stell dir vor, es ist
right
eins, hier, schau da,
two,
schau dahin,
three.
drei.
Once you've done that,
Wenn du das
they don't know what to do. They go into shock. When you flick the wrist,
wenn du das
like that,
Handgelenk so schnippst,
it's not like really hard, but it looks it. It's just the flick of the wrist. And then another trick is, depending on the person,
abhängig von der Person,
you just slightly move them that way, just slightly. Because if you move that way, see how her head is naturally ready to catch? Boom, like that. It's going to be protected. You wait 3 seconds, and then you can just let go of the arm, and it will dangle, and the catalepsy will be loose and limp, just like a rag doll. And that's when you know you have her or him in a subconscious state. If you just go forward, they just fall into you. If you let go of them, they could go backwards.
Dann können sie rückwärts
just a
fallen.
slight
Aber es ist nur
turn.
ein leichte
Very slight. It's not
Drehung.
like a real turn.
Ganz
that puts
leicht,
them off
nicht wie eine
balance.
wirkliche
It's
Drehung,
just very
was sie aus dem
slightly
Gleichgewicht bringt. Eine leichte
My
Drehung.
hand is always
Meine
up.
Hand ist immer oben.
So this is my catching hand.
Das ist meine
I'm right-handed,
fangende Hand.
so this is my control
Und
hand.
das ist meine Kontrollhand.
My left hand
Meine linke
is to
Hand
doink on the head
macht
to
Doink
create the confusion
am
and the
Kopf,
distraction.
verursacht die
And then
Verwirrung, die
immediately
Ablenkung. Und
on pulling the
plötzlich,
hand,
wenn ich
I'm
am
either,
Arm ziehe,
and it's dependent on the person and the size and the weight and everything else, I'm either steadying them on the shoulder, depending on who they are, or I'm more often than not just going to relax their head, get them to the place of relaxation so that they're comfortable, just relax, so that they're comfortable, just like this. Now they're comfortable. If you look at my legs, I've always got my legs like an anchor, because it's important that if you don't have some control with your legs, all her weight is on me now. And if you have somebody that's twice the weight, you better have your legs like an anchor. So I always lead in with my strong leg, which is my right leg, and my left leg actually becomes almost like an anchor, like a stop. So I can't go, it's very hard for me now to go off balance and go backwards. Very difficult. Another common mistake sometimes is people crumble. They just go this way, just crumble down. So you have to tell them your legs are like steel bars. Your legs are stiff and rigid at all times. And your legs will always remain firm. You won't be able to fall over even if you try. Your legs will remain upright. Then this way they're not just going to go and just crumble straight down in front of you, okay? Which I know that's what, yes. So once again, you would meet them for the first time. You would control them just by distracting them quickly. It's just enough to put, because people aren't, it's uncomfortable, right? You have to make them uncomfortable. And it feels strange when you've never had this before. All of a sudden somebody's grabbing your wrist. And all of a sudden they're directing you somewhere.
Dann richtet dich
so when you're doing a lecture demo,
wenn du eine
the people that you're doing this on, they've never
die
had
Leute,
this
mit denen
before.
du
They're like,
das machst, die haben es noch niemals erlebt.
what is this? You know, what's he doing? He's grabbing my wrist and pulling me over here. That's
nimmt
weird.
mein Handgelenk und
But I'm going to
fühlt mich, das
comply.
ist komisch, aber ich mache mit.
Now, if somebody resists
Wenn
and
jemand
doesn't
Widerstand
comply,
leistet und
of course you've picked the wrong person.
nicht
And you'll
mitmacht, dann
feel
habt ihr
this
die
resistance.
falsche
And you
Person
can
gesucht.
say, you
Und
know,
dann
don't
fühlst du den
resist.
Widerstand, bitte
Just listen to what I have to say.
mach keinen
You do want to do this,
Widerstand.
don't you?
Du willst das doch machen,
Yeah.
oder?
If they're resistant,
Wenn
then you know you've picked the
Widerstand
wrong
ist,
person
dann habt
and
ihr die
your
falsche
suggestion
Person
testing was false twice. And now you
wählt.
need somebody
Und die
else because you've got
Suggestionstest
the
war
wrong
eben
person
zweimal
up here.
falsch, weil du hast die
I
falsche
don't
Person
even
vor.
bother
Mir ist
going
es-
down the road of trying to do anything I don't think's going to work. I just have this
Ich habe
suspicion if they come up and they don't move
den
with me,
Verdacht, dass,
or they,
wenn,
I
oder
feel
das
their
Gespür, wenn
arm
jemand
and
kommt,
it's
ich fühle den
tense.
Arm, wenn er voller
If I
Spannung
feel
ist.
that tension
Wenn
there,
ich
I
eine
say
Spannung
loosen
fühle,
up.
dann sage ich,
If it's still
lockere,
tense,
wenn es immer noch
or they say anything like,
gespannt ist
I'm
oder
a
sagt
bit
irgendwas
worried,
wie,
you know,
ich
this
habe
is a bit,
ein
well,
bisschen Sorge,
okay, well, let's just
sag
do
ich,
this.
okay,
I'll
lass
swap
uns das
you
machen.
out,
Ich
and I'll
tausche
bring
dich
somebody else
und ich
in.
bringe jemand anders
No
nach vorne.
disrespect to them,
Keine
I just need to ensure this
Respektlosigkeit
works.
für sie. Ich muss nur
That's all.
sicherstellen, dass es
I
funktioniert.
need to
Das
make
ist
sure
alles.
that I know this is
Ich
going to
stelle
go
sicher,
according to plan.
dass es entsprechend dem
Okay?
Plan läuft. Okay?
So slow time,
Also,
you come in,
Zeitlupe.
you make sure your legs
Du
are
stellst
anchored
sicher,
like this.
dass
I see a
deine
lot of
Füße
people just
so
standing like
geankert
this.
sind.
They just
Ich
stand
sehe
face
viele
on,
Leute, die stehen so,
and all of a
Gesicht
sudden,
zu Gesicht.
and all of a sudden you just get
Plötzlich
this
kriegst du
big person or guy
große
on just
Person,
literally comes straight at you, and then you
richtig
go
auf dich
off balance,
zukommt und du
and you're
kommst aus dem
trying to
Gleichgewicht
catch
und du versuchst zu
somebody
fangen
that's just gone straight into you,
und manch einer fällt direkt auf
and it's
dich.
not good.
Und das ist nicht gut.
So just remember that,
Also
because
denk dran,
if you do this, you have
wenn du
more
das machst,
of a balance, more of
hast
an
du mehr
anchor, you're side
Balance,
on,
du hast
and then
mehr
when you
Anker, du
get them,
kannst
it
dich auch
doesn't
seitlich
necessarily
drehen.
matter where they're standing, just turn around
Es
a
ist
little
nicht
bit.
so
You
ganz
know that
wichtig,
they're
wo sie
going
stehen.
to
Du
go
weißt,
there.
dass sie
That's where they're
dahin
going to
gehen
go.
werden. Dahin
And
werden
you
sie
just
gehen.
control them.
Und du
I
kontrollierst
see
sie.
people,
Ich sehe
mistake is to
Leute,
rub their head.
die
Some people put it in a circle,
die drehen den
like it's
Kopf,
a massage.
wie bei einer
You
Massage.
see some people doing
Du
this.
siehst Leute,
So
die machen
doing
das.
this, not a good
machen
idea.
sowas, keine gute Idee.
It doesn't look good.
Das sieht nicht gut
When
aus.
you're actually doing a lecture demo,
Wenn du eine
and there is a husband and
Vortragsdemonstration
wife
machst
sitting
und,
there in
und
the audience,
der
and you
Ehemann
have
oder
the
die Frau
wife,
sitzt im Publikum
and
und du
you're
hast die
doing
Frau
this?
und du machst das.
That's right, baby.
Ja, das ist in Ordnung, Baby.
Relax.
Ja,
Yes.
ja.
Go deeper.
Geh tiefer.
Yes. It doesn't look good. It
Das
doesn't
sieht
look
nicht so gut
appropriate.
aus. Das sieht nicht
So
angemessen
you make
aus.
it, keep it
Also,
clinical
du hältst es
and keep it
klinisch
professional.
und professionell.
You just want to get hypnotized.
Du
I know you do.
willst einfach
I
hypnotisiert
know, I
werden,
know.
ne? Ich
Okay,
weiß
so
was.
again,
Also nochmal,
we'll speed it up.
wir machen es ein
Okay.
bisschen, wir
So
beschleunigen es.
we just met.
Also wir haben
Okay,
uns gerade
good. What's your
getroffen.
first name?
Was ist
Inga,
der
correct. Well done
erste
for
Name?
remembering
Inga.
that. Left or right-handed? Right-handed?
Du
Any
bist
injuries,
Rechtshänder?
illnesses, ailments,
Irgendwelche
complaints?
Verletzungen,
No, I see you're not chewing
Krankheiten,
gum.
Beschwerden.
And I see
Du
that
siehst,
earlier on, your
du
hands
hast
were
kein
like this.
Kaugummi.
That's
Früher
crazy.
deine
You
Hände
felt it,
waren
didn't
so
you?
auseinander.
Ever been hypnotized before?
Bist du
They'll
schon mal
always say no,
hypnotisiert werden?
because they
Dann sagen sie
haven't.
nein.
Great. All right, I'm just going to take your hand.
Ich nehme deine Hand.
Excellent. So right there,
Sehr
that was a
gut.
mutual thing. That's okay. I've already
Jetzt
actually...
war gegenseitig.
Get out of it. I've already brought her
Lass
up.
mich los.
Already distracted her just
Ich
there.
habe
I
dich schon
see right there, Inga. That's good. Perfect. Nice
abgelenkt.
and
Stell
quick.
da, nein, dahin.
I just want you to
Das ist
focus.
perfekt.
Look at me.
Fokussiere
I'm
dich.
just going to literally take your hand.
Ich nehme
but
jetzt
I want
deine
you to
Hand,
just
aber
look
ich
at me
möchte, dass
just
du hier
above the
hinschaust.
eyes.
Etwas
Just
über die
above the
Augen.
eyes.
Hier
It's
über
just
die Augen.
about
Das ist
there.
ungefähr da.
All the way down. That's right. Just relaxing.
Entspannt.
Good. And the more you relax,
Gut, je mehr dich
the better you
entspannst,
feel,
desto besser
the
fühlst
better
du
you
dich.
feel,
Je besser du dich
the
fühlst,
deeper you go.
desto
She's
tiefer
comfortable,
gehst du.
there's no
Sie fühlt sich
problems.
wohl, kein
Look at my
Problem.
legs.
Schau auf
She's
meine Beine.
resting.
Sie ruht.
1, 2, 3.
1, 2,
Eyes open, wide
3.
awake.
Augen
Perfect.
auf. Ganz wach.
I feel okay? Yeah,
Hat sich das gut
perfect.
angefühlt? Perfekt.
She's safe, she's
Sie ist
secure.
sicher. Sie ist
If you stand too
in guten
close,
Händen. Wenn ihr zu
sometimes
dicht
you can't
steht,
do this, and that's the other thing people do. They're so close, there's nowhere to go. So you have to sort of make sure
Sie dürfen also nicht
you have
zu
this
dicht stehen.
distance.
Ihr müsst einen gewissen
You have
Abstand
this
haben.
distance. Just like that. 1, 2, and eyes open.
Genauso den Abstand. 1,
Then,
2
of course,
Augen
you can
auf.
do slow motion if you
Dann
want to.
kannst
You've
du
got a good
natürlich
subject.
Zeitlupe
Then you can
durchführen,
just
wenn du
go.
möchtest.
Just in slow motion,
Einfach in Zeitlupe.
like that. And you can have your legs standing up and then just do that. That's no problem. That's just for photographs.
Das ist nur für Fotografien.
1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3.
The best part is it doesn't feel bad. Feels nice.
Der beste Teil ist, es fühlt sich nicht schlecht an, es fühlt sich gut an.
And there's no what we would call foul play. Keep your hands
foul play
clinically there and there. And this way nobody can ever accuse you of anything, especially in 2020. You know, it's all clinical.
Vorwürfe machen.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Dankeschön. Ich weiß es zu schätzen.
Okay. So let's just see what it looks like on here real quick.
Lass uns schauen, wie es hier aussieht, und dann werden wir es üben.
All right. So this is how the late Gerald Kine explained it to me.
Das ist wieder später
Some of you know Gerald Kine, since passed away, the Omni Hypnosis Center. He did rapid inductions way back in the 70s.
Hat Blitzhypnosen schon in den 70er
Jahren durchgeführt. He was actually one of the sort of pioneers
für mich war einer der Pioniere der
handshake interrupt or the hand drop.
Interrupt.
Obviously there are many more. There are the sitting, there are all kinds of different techniques. But Gerald was the first person, to my knowledge, that did the handshake interrupt. Gerald Kine taught Shawn Michael Andrews. Gerald Kine taught me. Gerald Kine taught a lot of people this technique. So you have the conscious mind.
Ihr habt das
This is
Bewusstsein.
conscious.
Das ist bewusst hier oben.
This is subconscious.
Das ist unbewusst.
This right here is the critical faculty.
Das ist der kritische Faktor.
So that's the safety net between
das
here
Sicherheitsnetz
and here.
Zwischen hier und hier.
And as you know, we have brainwave states, alpha, beta, theta, delta.
Hirnwellen wie Alpha,
We're
Beta,
operating
Gamma,
in here,
Delta.
Like this, in the flow state.
Wir sind normalerweise hier im
That's our brainwave just continuously flowing as we sit here.
So sieht unser Gehirn dann aus.
This is my ex-wife.
Das ist meine Ex-Frau.
So this is the flow state.
Das ist der Flow-Zustand.
So at the time of meeting them, as you shake the hand, they're up in here.
Wenn wir die Hand
They're thinking to themselves, what on earth is happening? I don't know what to do. He's asking me to look here. I feel my hand get this jolt that sends a signal straight to the brain. So at the time you do the shake, they go up into the conscious mind. The critical faculty allows it in. And it basically is saying, what do I do, fight or flight? What does my subconscious programming say? What decisions am I supposed to make? And within that split second, they shoot into the subconscious for the answers. So they go up into the conscious, bypass the critical faculties. They can't make a decision, so they search for it. Boom, by going down into the subconscious mind. What it says here is, I'm going to do whatever they say. What you're saying is you immediately talk, is sleep.
Was ihr macht, ist, ihr
And the deeper you go, the better you feel. The better you feel, the deeper you go. That's right, just relax. You have to keep talking in here.
Ihr müsst hier sprechen.
The good thing about it is this here is actually about 1 second.
Das ist ungefähr eine Sekunde.
And then this here, before they come back out, is about 3 seconds.
Das sind ungefähr 3 Sekunden.
So in here you have 3 seconds
das heißt,
to
hier hast du
talk.
3 Sekunden,
This is why you must immediately say something. Immediate. As soon as you sleep, the deeper you go, the better you feel, the better you feel, the deeper you go. To bring them down into the subconscious, I like to also show it.
Sie
I go 1, 2, 3, when you let go of the arm, you'll see catalepsy has kicked in. You'll see it's all loose and limp. So people, they kind of, you'll see some people, when you shake their hand, sleep, they feel they need to grab you. And you'll see this, sometimes somebody will go, the hand will go to steady themselves. That's still in the conscious mind. 1, 2, and then the hand just goes loose and limp.
Sich zu stabilisieren. Und dann 1, 2, 3 geht die Hand runter.
So it's almost like if I did that quickly on Norbert, so this, you're going to do this with this hand, you're just going to grab me, and then it's just going to drop. So it's almost like sleep. It naturally does that. 1, 2, and then just does that. Yeah, perfect. And that's just giving it time.
Und das gibt dir die Zeit.
To go, what am I supposed to do?
Was soll ich machen?
I'm supposed to protect myself.
Ich muss mich schützen.
Fight or flight.
Flucht oder
I don't know what to do. This is weird. I've never had this done to me before. It's crazy. Now, if you've had it done before, it just goes, boom, boom, I know what to do.
hoch und runter. Ich weiß, was ich tun kann. Ich entspanne einfach. Das ist der Grund, wenn jemand trainierst, dann musst du nicht mehr reden, dann musst du nicht mehr Schlaf sagen, du musst nichts mehr machen. Geht einfach so, ich weiß, und dann runter. Aber ursprünglich, Schlaf.
In there,
und
1, 2, 3. If you stop talking, which is another bit of a common mistake, if you stop talking here, they just go straight back here
dann gehen die ganz
and go, what was that? What was that?
Was ist
Now
das?
they're back into their critical
Und jetzt sind
thinking.
sie wieder zurück im
What just
kritischen
happened? What did
Denken.
you do? They'll immediately say here, it didn't work.
Was hast du gemacht? Und dann sagen sie, hat nicht funktioniert.
So, in other words, they weren't in here long enough.
Sie waren nicht lange genug
3
hier.
seconds in there.
3 Sekunden.
Okay, so that's actually what's happening.
Das ist das, was
in here, you can obviously implant suggestions.
Da unten kannst du Suggestionen
and you start easy to complex or simple to complex. So suggestion number 1 might just be relax. The deeper you go, the better you feel. The better you feel, the deeper you go.
Ihr beginnt mit
and
einfach,
on 3, eyes open wide awake.
Fühlst, dass du tiefer gehst und umgekehrt.
Now you can go to sleep again. It's faster. They've learnt the behavior. Now you can say, okay, 1, 2, 3, eyes open, up they come.
1, 2, 3 Augen
sleep.
Auf, die
This
kommen
time your hand is stuck to the table. Or this time you can't remember your name. This time your leg is stuck. This time your tongue falls out of your mouth. Whatever you want it to be. There's a lot. You can do whatever, you can get creative with whatever you need.
Machen, was eure Kreativität euch
But at this point,
was ihr braucht.
It's the 3rd time and they're going to pretty much do what you suggest in here.
Sie tun so ziemlich
if they
das,
don't
was
get
ihr
hypnotized,
suggeriert.
it meant that you don't have trust.
Wenn
There's no
sie nicht
trust there yet.
hypnotisiert werden, heißt es
Or they're
einfach
still
nur,
fighting it,
sie
fight or flight.
vertrauen dir
They're
nicht.
still
Oder
in the
sie
conscious
kämpfen.
mind.
Sie
Not
sind
knowing
immer
what to
Flucht
do,
oder
but
Kampf,
they're
sie machen
critically not
Bewusstsein
bypassing
und sie wissen nicht, was
their
sie machen
conscious
sollen.
decision making, so
Deshalb
that's when they
wird
don't get hypnotized.
wird der kritische Faktor nicht
So every
umgangen.
once in a while that'll happen.
Immer wieder
And when it
mal
does,
passiert das.
I'll
Und wenn
just
das
say,
passiert, dann
don't
sage ich,
overthink it.
denk
You
nicht
do
zu
want
viel
this, don't
danach.
you?
Du willst doch, dass es passiert,
Yeah,
oder?
well, just relax. I've
Okay,
just
dann
showed you
entspann
what's
dich.
going to happen.
Ich habe dir gezeigt, was passieren wird.
There's nothing strange here.
Es ist
It's not
nichts
witchcraft. It's not mind
Merkwürdiges
control.
hier. Es
You're
ist
now
keine
into
Hexerei,
the
es ist keine
misconceptions.
Gedankenkontrolle.
Just relax, and if you want to
Entspann.
experience it,
Und wenn
you
du es
can.
erleben
If you
willst, du
don't,
kannst.
it's okay. I'll
Das
just
ist
use
okay.
somebody else.
Wenn nicht, dann
No,
ist
I
okay,
want to
nimm
do
jemand
it.
anders.
Okay. Don't prove it to me. Prove it to
Beweise es
yourself.
nicht mir, beweise es dir selbst.
Prove to yourself that you can do
Beweise dir
this.
selbst, dass du es machen kannst.
Put the onus on them. And usually, in the most part, you won't have a problem.
Hast du kein Problem.
Really effective in therapy, this. You do it, don't you? It's really effective in therapy. Because you can literally train them to get so quickly into hypnosis and so deeply that you can get straight to the reasons why they're there. And you can give the suggestions right away without doing a 20-minute passive relaxation induction. You can just get there so much faster once you train the brain.
Wenn du das Gehirn trainiert hast.
So first time they come in, I do the rapid. The very first time they come in is quite often the last time they come in. I'll do an Elman. But if for whatever reason they do come back or they need to come back, even if it's for a different issue, the first issue got resolved and now they're back again, then I'm just going to do this. I'm not going to do the passive relaxation induction anymore. Quite often I don't know what it's like for you. People will come up with me, they'll have a shopping list. They have anxiety,
Leute kommen, dann haben sie eine Einkaufsliste. Sie haben Ängste, sie rauchen,
they're overweight,
sie haben Übergewicht,
they've got procrastination,
sie prokrastinieren,
they've got
Aufschieberitis,
sexual problems, they've got these 10 things.
Sie haben diese 10 Sachen.
And I always say, pick one first.
Wähle ein
This is one thing at a time, because the mind has to laser focus. Which one out of all that shall we do first? I would suggest we focus on the mind first, setting it up for success. So I have a success hypnosis session that I do to make them feel like a winner. Because then the other sessions are easier because they have a winning mindset. And that's the one I suggest first. And then the habits, behaviors could be second or third, depending on what else they have.
Abhängig davon, was sonst noch
hat. That's kind of what happens.
Das ist etwa das, was passiert.
Any questions?
Fragen dazu?
Yeah, okay, couple of questions.
When this will happen, what you told that the client comes up. So I passed the 3 seconds, or was not deep enough, or something. How can I react, or how can I solve?
Wie kann ich das lösen?
So if you do this and they just don't react, or
now maybe they come up in the conscious mind back, and then how and they say what are you doing and whatever. So and what can I do then to solve this situation?
I'll just do it again. So if it's a learned behavior, so I'll tell them this is a learned behavior. So whilst you might not learn this right away, on the second or third time,
beim ersten Mal lernen oder vielleicht beim zweiten oder dritten Mal.
Now, if 3 times down the line they still come out,
wenn sie selbst beim dritten Mal wieder rauskommen,
now I'm into why are you blocking me? What's wrong with you? Why
don't you know, was ist mit dir los?
Why are you stopping this from naturally happening?
Warum
Sometimes they might say because it doesn't feel like anything. I'm expecting something.
Ja, ich fühle nichts, ich erwarte
Just listen to the
etwas.
suggestions.
Nichts,
If you
ich
follow
höre
the
einfach den
suggestions now, it's telling you
diesen
can follow the suggestions later.
Wenn du meiner Anleitung folgst, mit der Suggestion, weiß ich, du wirst es später auch machen. Dann mache ich es einfach nochmal.
So I won't stop on the first one if they come back out. It's not very often they come out, but if they do, I'll do it again.
Aber wenn es nochmal passiert, dann mache ich es nochmal 2 oder 3 Mal.
What you said is perfect for show, but of course I'm trying to adjust it, what you said, to my job. And I have a single person in front of me in the practice, and I can send the one to the public and take another one. There is no public at all. So, and some of the people are really sick and say after a recent chemo, so I cannot make them stand in front of me. Is it possible to do it in a sitting position?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And actually, it's a case-by-case situation. So if you have to do it sitting, it's not really something I'm teaching here, but I can demonstrate it real fast. It's the same. We'll get 2 chairs. I'll show you. If they can't stand up like that because they're sick, or, and again, what I've noticed is, you don't have to do this on everyone. It's case by case. You know, you'll have a client comes in, you might just go straight to a passive relaxation induction. I just found personally it's faster. Bear in mind with all the setup of the media and the intake and everything else. By the time they get here and I do that, normally my clients will say, oh, thank God, I've actually experienced something. A lot of them will say, I went to a hypnotist and it didn't work. And when you ask them, why didn't it work? Well, I didn't feel anything. So that's always the comment I get. I didn't feel anything. He just was talking to me. I still have my problem. And he's just talking to me for like an hour, and he's using words that I didn't like. And the words, every word that he was saying, I was thinking about the words, it made no sense. For example, he's asking me to float on a cloud. Every time I saw that, I'm just falling through the cloud. So of course, they're telling me they're still in the conscious mind. So for an hour, the hypnotist has the person consciously listening. So of course it's not going to work. And they remember everything, and then they come and tell me, and it's like, well, you weren't hypnotized, obviously, and that's why it didn't work. And one of the things I will always ask is, well, did you experience, and I love this word because this is what we do, did you experience anything? And they normally go, no. And I can say, did you feel your fingers getting stuck? No. Did you feel that it was a light-hearted? Was it light-hearted? Did we build rapport? No. Remember, the circle's rapport building. Arms raised full. Did anything happen with your arms in the conscious state? While you were? No. Did you ever feel any test? Like did the hypnotist say, close your eyes and try and open them, but you can't. Try and open your eyes, but you can't. And the more you try, the more you fail, the more you... And they sort of say, well, no. I just had my eyes closed the whole time. So of course there's no test, right? And this is just a lot of the time what I see. Did you feel your muscles loose and limp? Or stiff and rigid? Was it tested? Do you do a test? I do a test. So if I'm doing an Elman on a passive for my first client, I'm doing loose and limp, like a rag doll. I tell them, open your eyes, take a look. Look at this. You came in like so stiff like a robot, and now you're just floppy in the chair like a ragdoll. You're like, how is this even possible? Because the mind controls your body.
Möglich,
and
ja,
then
weil dein
I'll
Geist
say
den
stiff and
Körper
rigid,
kontrolliert. Und jetzt sage ich starr und steif.
and I'm going to press down as hard as I can
Und ich drücke so stark
on
wie
here,
ich kann hier.
and it's just going to be like a piece of wood.
Und es ist einfach wie ein
Like
Stück Holz.
But when I count to 3, 1,
Wenn ich
2,
bis 3 zähle, bei 3,
it's just, so I'd like to show them something and
liebe
experience
es,
it. Otherwise,
denen
they
das
will
zu
always
zeigen.
doubt this, and they will always think
Andernfalls
to
werden sie
themselves,
immer
I didn't see
zweifeln.
anything,
Die sagen, ja, ich
feel
habe nichts gesehen,
anything,
gefühlt.
so I don't have any evidence.
Ich habe
So
gar
that's
keinen
why I like to
Beweis.
use this process.
Deswegen
Just, but
wende ich
taking
diesen
your point,
Prozess
if they
an.
can't stand up,
Wenn sie
you
nicht
can always do
aufstehen
the
können,
hand drop.
könnt ihr den Handdrop
And not
machen.
really, it's not really a feature of what we're going to do here, but
Das behandeln wir eigentlich nicht.
just take my volunteer again. Let's
Wieder mein
say she's my
Freiwilliger.
client and cannot do
Nehmen
this.
wir mal an,
You
sie
just
ist
sit down
meine
like this,
Patientin
and you sit the chairs
und
at an angle
die
like that.
Stühle sind
Reason
so
for
in
that
einem Winkel. Der
is
Grund
that you
ist,
don't want her falling on you.
ihr wollt, dass sie nicht auf euch drauf fällt.
And all it simply is, it's exactly the same as this.
Das Gleiche wie
The
da.
only difference is we're
Der
now
einzige
sitting
Unterschied
down,
ist, wir sitzen
nice and
jetzt
comfortable. Yeah,
angenehm.
I'm just going to take this real quick,
Ich nehme das
so you
ganz
don't jab
kurz.
yourself. Always safety first.
Sicherheit.
Thank you.
Immer
And instead of doing the
zuerst.
handshake, you're just going to say,
Anstelle
take your hand.
Des Handshakes
Okay, take
sagt
it
ihr,
like
nimm die Hand,
that. Okay, good.
Halt
Just
sie
going to
so.
take it like this. And you're just going to place it
und ihr
like that.
legt die Hand
And
hier
then
drauf.
put your back just in the chair.
Geh mit dem Rücken
This
an
back,
die
so you're going to
Lehne.
do this.
So,
Perfect. And then just lean forward. Excellent. Okay,
jetzt
look at
lehne
me.
ich nach vorne.
All right, you're just going to look actually just
Schau mich
above
an
here.
und du schaust
Okay?
wieder hierher.
All I want you to do is keep looking
Alles,
here.
was ich möchte, ist, dass
Just
du
looking
hier
here.
schaust.
And you're going to press down
Und
on
du
my
drückst
hand when I
auf-
count to 3.
Auf meine Hand, wenn ich bis 3 zähle.
I didn't count to 3.
Ich habe noch nicht bis 3 gezählt.
Just look up here.
Schau hierher.
Press, press, press.
Drücken,
Press,
drücken,
press,
drücken,
press, press.
drücken,
Keep
drücken.
looking right above.
Schau,
Sleep.
schlafen.
That's right. Just relax.
Entspannen.
Just relax. The
Entspannen.
more you relax,
Je mehr du
the better you
entspannst,
feel.
desto besser fühlst du
The
dich.
better you feel,
Je besser du dich
the
fühlst,
deeper you go.
desto
1, 2,
tiefer
3.
gehst du. 1,
Eyes
2,
open.
3, Augen auf.
They normally go forward.
Normalerweise gehen sie nach vorne
Okay, good. Then you press down.
und du drückst drauf.
Now, if they're going to flop like that, you
Wenn
can
sie so
lead them
zusammen-
forward. So the way to do that is,
Zusammenfloppen,
when you
dann
press down,
ziehst du nach
I
vorne.
just put my hand out a
Also
bit further.
ziehe ich meine Hand weiter nach
Ah,
vorne.
look, just above here.
Schau, ja.
That's right, just
Und
there,
genau
that's
so.
better.
Das
Just
ist
there,
noch
and the
besser.
deeper you go, the better
Je
you
tiefer
feel.
du gehst, desto
The better you
besser
feel,
fühlst
the
du dich, je
deeper you
besser
go,
du dich fühlst, desto tiefer gehst du,
relaxing, drifting,
entspannen.
melting. Just like you're on a soft, fluffy
Dahinschmelzen.
cloud. Now,
Wie wenn du auf
you
einer
might think, well, what if there's some
weichen
issue with the
Wolke bist.
stomach?
Du-
Now we can do it
du
sitting
kann-
up. I
Es
want
kann
to
sein, dass
add
ihr
3.
Probleme im Magen
Just
habt,
imagine as
deswegen
if your shoulders
ja,
are glued
nehmen
to
wir
the
sie
back of
wieder
the
hoch.
chair.
Stell dir vor,
Just like
dein
this.
Rücken
Press down
ist
and breathe.
wie festgeklebt an der Stuhl.
That's right.
Lehne.
Relaxing,
Entspannen.
rolling your head forward, nice
Und der
and
Kopf geht
comfortable.
nach vorne,
Just relax.
angenehm,
Now
entspannt.
you have them strapped into the chair, so it's even more comfortable.
Und so ist es noch entspannter.
That's good. Test the catalepsy. See, loose and
Testet
limp.
die
Test the
Katalepsie
catalepsy.
locker und schlaff.
Loose and limp, or stiff and
Locker und
rigid.
schlaff oder
In a few
steif
moments,
und
your
starr.
eyes will open on 3, but
In ein
not
paar-
before. I want you to
in ein
imagine your
Augenblicken
right hand feels
bist du
stiff and
frisch und
rigid,
wach
like a
und stell dir
steel
vor,
bar,
deine
almost like a
rechte Hand
piece of
ist
wood.
wie ein
With your
Stück
right
Holz, wie ein
fist will
Eisen.
be clenched tightly.
Stange,
Your
deine
arm will come out straight
Hand
ahead
ist
on
fest
3, but not before.
geballt.
No matter how
Und
hard
egal
I push your
wie
arm down,
sehr ich
it will be
den
stiff
Arm
and
herunterdrücke,
rigid,
er ist starr
almost
und
like it's a
steif,
thick
fast
piece
wie
of wood,
ein dicker
steel
Stück
piece of
Holz,
bar,
eine
so solid and
Eisenstange,
so
so
tight. There's
fest und
no
so
way on
stark.
earth, if I was to try and
Nichts
push
auf
your
der
arm down, it
Welt
would ever
kann
go down.
den
It's
Arm runterdrücken,
completely
egal was
solid,
ich
stiff
versuche.
like a
Ganz
steel bar.
fest, stark
When I
wie eine
count to
Eisenstange.
3,
Wenn ich bis 3
your right
zähle,
hand will become a
ist deine
fist,
rechte
and
Hand
your
eine
arm will go
Faust
shooting
und
out
dein
in front
Arm
of you, and you'll
schießt
be
nach
stiff and
vorne
rigid like a
und
steel bar.
die
On
Hand
1,
ist starr und
2,
steif wie eine
3.
Eisenstange. 1, 2,
Just
3.
stiff and rigid like a steel bar. Stiff and rigid. The
Starr
more
und
I try
steif. Je
and
mehr ich
push down,
versuche es runterzudrücken, desto
the more it remains completely
mehr
solid.
bleibt dieser
Keep
Arm
your arm
fest.
stiff and rigid
Lass
now.
den
Keep
Arm
your
starr
arm
und steif.
stiff and
Lass ihn
rigid.
starr und steif.
Open your
Lass ihn
eyes
starr
and
und
take a
steif.
look.
Öffne deine Augen,
Take
schau
a look
her.
at that. Take a
Öffne
look
die
at
Augen,
that. The
öffne
more
die
I
Augen,
push
öffne die
down,
Augen. Je mehr ich
the more stiff
runterdrücke,
and rigid it
desto starr und
becomes.
steifer wird sie.
Let me try and push it
Lass
down,
mich
but I
versuchen,
can't.
es
Let me
runterzudrücken. Ich
try
kann
and
nicht.
push
Ich
it down, but I
versuche es, aber
can't.
ich
Let
kann
me
es nicht.
try. When I
Lass mich
count to
versuchen,
3,
wenn ich
eyes
bis
closed
3
and
zähle,
just
sind die
relax.
Augen geschlossen
Everything goes back to
und du
normal
gehst
now. 1, 2,
nach
and
1, 2,
3.
3.
That's right.
Wunderbar.
That's right.
Genau.
Just relax. That's good.
Einfach entspannen. Das ist gut. Entspannen.
I believe hypnosis should be be evidence-based.
Hypnose
I believe
sollte
that people need
evidenzbasiert
to
sein.
see something,
Die Leute
experience
müssen
it,
etwas
see
sehen,
the evidence
erleben,
themselves.
den Beweis selbst sehen.
This is one that I know you do. I do something similar here, so I will take the wrist
Ich mache
and
was
I'm going to
Ähnliches.
demonstrate
Ich
something.
nehme das
I'm going
Handgelenk
to
und ich
literally,
demonstriere.
you know what a Chinese burn is?
Ihr kennt die
I mean, it hurts.
Chinese what?
It's a burn where you take the
Ach so,
arm,
diesen Brennnesselgriff.
and I'm gonna give that as much as I can.
Und ich mache das so
You
sehr ich kann.
look if you want to and
Und ihr
see how
könnt
much
sehen,
that goes in. You won't feel a thing. Pain
Und du wirst
management.
nichts
I want you to
fühlen.
understand the more
Schmerzmanagement.
you feel me
Je
touching your
mehr
arm,
du
the
siehst, dass
more
ich den
relaxed
Arm
you become.
berühre,
You'll
desto
always
entspannter
feel
wirst du. Du
relaxed in
fühlst dich
every way.
immer
I take
entspannt
your
in
right
jeder
arm as I
Art und Weise.
do so,
Und während ich das
pushing on
mache,
your arm now.
ich drücke an deinem Arm
Just stay relaxed.
und du bleibst entspannt. Bleibst entspannt.
Relax.
Entspannt.
And sleep. You can see that skin right there.
Könnt ihr die Haut dort sehen?
Just relax.
Ganz
Now, in a
entspannt.
second, but not yet, when I count to 3,
Wenn ich bis
you're
3
going to realize all
zähle,
hypnotic suggestions have removed themselves. And
sind
you'll feel
alle
immense pain now,
Suggestionen
all back to normal, loosen it. Only when I do touch your arm, 1, 2, 3.
Aufgehoben.
Back to
1,
normal,
2,
good to
3.
see each and every one of you. Do the same
Ich
again.
mache das gleiche nochmal. Oh,
Sorry. Sleep, relax.
schlaf, entspann dich.
The beautiful thing about
Die
doing
schöne
this
Sache daran ist,
is the client is
Der
fully
Klient
now engaged in the
ist jetzt
process
ganz
and
engagiert in dem
knows that the
Prozess und
mind
er
is
weiß,
controlling the
dass der
body.
Geist den Körper
Through
kontrolliert.
catalepsy,
Durch Katalepsie,
through feeling something,
durch,
not feeling
dadurch, dass er es
something.
gefühlt hat oder nicht
Anything
gefühlt.
now is possible.
Alles ist jetzt
I can
möglich.
take her wherever I need to take her on
Ich
whatever
kann sie
journey.
dorthin
It's
bringen, wo man
possible
sie hinbringen will. Auf jede
because she's now
Reise ist
experienced it and
möglich, weil
believes
sie
it.
es
And she's
erlebt
seen
und
the
geglaubt
evidence
hat.
of it.
Und sie hat den Beweis
Now, in a few
gesehen.
moments, but not
In ein
yet,
paar
when I do
Minuten, aber
count
noch
from
nicht
1 up
jetzt.
to 3,
Wenn ich bis
I
3
want you to
zähle,
understand
möchte ich,
something.
dass
Not
du
only are you
etwas
the best
verstehst.
student in this
Du bist
class,
nicht nur die
not
beste
only do you
Studentin
have
hier in
a
der
mind that's
Klasse,
fertile and like a
dein
sponge,
Geist ist
you're going to go
fruchtbar
forward
und
from this
aufnahmefähig
point
wie
forward
ein
each day in
Schwamm.
every
Von
way,
jetzt an wirst du
living
jeden
your
Tag
life
in
as
jeder Art und
intended. In
Weise
a few moments,
dein
when I
Leben so
count
leben,
from 1 up to
wie
3,
du es möchtest.
you're going to
Wenn ich bis 3
understand that
zähle,
this
verstehst du,
information
dass diese
flows into your
Information
mind
in deinen
easily,
Geist
without any effort.
fließt.
You're going to
Mühelos
realize you're the
fließen
most practical
Informationen in deinen Geist.
hypnotist.
Du
You're
bist
the
ein sehr
one with the most
praktischer
results.
Hypnotiseur. Du
You're going
bist
to
der
realize
mit
you're
den
helping
besten
hundreds of thousands
Ergebnissen.
of people.
Du
You're going to
kannst
realize that the
hunderten
more
oder
people
tausend
you
Menschen
touch, the
helfen.
more you
Je
affect.
mehr Menschen
You're
du
going to
berührst, desto
understand
mehr
that each day and every way, you're going to
veränderst du
remember
das Leben.
all the
Und du
content, all
erinnerst
the
dich
information
an
from your
allen
studies over the years
Informationen,
will
an
flood
alle
to the front of your
Informationen, die du
mind
über Jahre
anytime you need
gelernt hast.
information.
Und sie kommen immer
You're
in deinen
always
Geist,
going to
wenn du die
receive it
Informationen brauchst.
easily.
Du
Any blocks
empfängst
to
die
learning have been
Information
removed.
leicht.
You're the
Alle
best version of yourself you can
Blockaden
ever
des Lernens
possibly
sind
be.
aufgelöst. Du
Every
bist
day in
die
every
beste
way,
du, die du sein
you live
kannst.
life
Und
as
jeden Tag
intended.
lebst du dein
You
Leben,
understand
wie
that you
du
can
es
take control
möchtest.
of your life
Du
instead of your
kannst
life being controlled by any
die Kontrolle über
outside
deines Lebens
influence.
übernehmen.
Each
Und
day and every way, you feel
äußere
wonderful
Einflüsse
about
haben keinen
yourself.
Einfluss.
Nod your head if you
Nicke
understand.
deinen Kopf, wenn du es verstanden hast.
Perfect. Now, in a few
Perfekt.
moments, but not yet, when I
Ich
count from 1 up to
werde
5,
gleich bis 3
all
zählen.
suggestions I just
Alle
gave you
Suggestionen, die ich dir
remain
gegeben
permanent.
habe, die bleiben dauerhaft.
You live in the best
Du
version
lebst
of your
in der
life
besten
you know
Version
to be
deines
from this
Lebens.
point forward.
Von
If
jetzt
you ever had
an,
any worries or
wann immer
stresses
du
before you
Sorgen
came
oder
here
Stress,
today,
Sorgen hattest,
you realize they've just melted away.
spürst, du
One, feeling
realisierst, sie sind
refreshed,
einfach
feeling alert, feeling alive. 2, feeling
weggeschmolzen.
like you bathed your eyes
Eins,
in a cool mountain
2,
spring.
deine Augen sind
3,
wie in
feeling
frischem
the energy
Quellwasser
rushing
gebadet.
into your
Die
veins.
Energie
4, feeling
3
better than
fließt
you've
in
ever
deine
felt
Venen, 4
before.
fühlt sich besser,
And in a
als du jemals
second, but
gefühlt
not
hast.
yet, on
In
5,
einem Moment,
all the
bei
applause
5,
is for you, feeling wonderful in every
fühlst du
way.
dich
And
wunderbar in jeder Art und
5,
Weise.
round of
5,
applause.
gib Applaus.
Fantastic. All right. Beautiful. You're welcome. Fantastic. There we go. So you can do it sitting.
Ihr könnt es also auch im Sitzen durchführen.
But when you do that,
Aber wenn ihr das macht,
it's the real deal. I mean, you do a pinch, don't you?
a pinch with my nail,
pinch.
and then they see the mark.
They see the mark. Yeah. I do the
What is it called?
I do
A Chinese?
we call it a Chinese burn. It's like
Burn.
real reddening of the skin. It's immediate. The pain is immediate. There is no delay. It's like, whoa, it's there. And if you do it for a long period of time, I mean, that does hurt. And then you didn't feel a thing
Du hast nichts gemerkt,
until I brought it back.
bis ich es wieder gemacht habe.
Yeah, I just like them to be able to
dass sie
witness. That's why I
das
like
wirklich
them to have
erleben
their eyes
können,
open.
bezeugen können. Deswegen möchte ich
So
auch,
when
dass
I
sie die
do the
Augen offen haben.
catalepsy,
Wenn ich die
what did
Katalepsie
you
mache,
think when you saw
was
your arm?
dachtest du, als du deinen Arm gesehen hast?
It's crazy.
Das ist
When you
verrückt.
saw your arm, I was
Wenn du
pushing
den
down
Arm
on your
gesehen
arm.
hast, ich habe den Arm runtergedrückt.
I'm pretty strong, pushing down on there. It
Ja,
wasn't
ziemlich
moving at all,
stark
was it? And you're looking at it
gedrückt.
going, whoa, look at that. I mean,
Und
it's,
er hat sich nicht bewegt. Guck
so
dir
to
das
me, the
an.
mind's controlling the
Für
muscles.
mich, der Körper kontrolliert die Muskeln.
And usually my clients would then say, I experienced something, I was hypnotized.
Ich war hypnotisiert.
Rather than, I went in this office for 90 minutes.
Ich war
I had
90
this
Minuten
30-minute
in dieser Praxis, ich hatte 30 Minuten Information,
I then
Vorgespräch.
laid down in a couch or
Dann lag
sofa,
ich auf
lazy
einer
boy,
Couch oder
whatever.
Sofa und so
And then
einem
1 hour
Lazy-Boy.
later,
Und eine Stunde später
I asked the hypnotist, is
habe
it
ich den
finished?
Hypnotiseur gefragt,
And the
ist es
hypnotist
fertig?
said,
Und der Hypnotiseur sagt, ja.
Oh, did it
Oh.
work?
Hat es funktioniert?
Just go home and listen to this audio
Geh einfach nach Hause und hör dir das
for
Audio
30
an.
days
Für 30 Tage.
and let me know how it went.
Und lass mich
And that's
wissen, wie es
kind of what
ging.
people do. And,
Das ist
and
das,
to
was die
me,
Leute machen.
people leave, they
Für
have to
mich, die
listen to
Leute
this
gehen,
thing.
die müssen sich das
They're still
anhören.
not convinced
Die sind
in
immer
their
noch
own
nicht
minds that something
überzeugt
happened.
im Geist, dass
So
etwas
quite
passiert
often
ist.
it
Oft
didn't,
ist
because
es
it has
nicht
to happen in the
passiert,
mind
weil es
first.
muss zuerst im Geist
For the body
geschehen.
to go there, the mind
Damit der
has to go there
Körper
first,
dahin
right?
geht, muss der
For
Geist
the
erst
body to
dorthin
follow.
gehen.
And that's why I think with doing this system,
Deswegen
they
machen wir
experience
dieses
something.
System und sie erleben
It's very
etwas.
rare somebody
Es
does
ist sehr
not
selten, dass
go through
jemand
this process with
nicht durch
me
diesen
on
Prozess
an
geht
instant induction.
bei einer
On the
Blitzhypnose.
very rare cases this happens, if they don't
Wenn es
feel
selten
anything, I don't
selten mal
make a big
passiert,
deal out of it. I move
dann
them
mache ich
straight to the passive relaxation and I do an element.
keine
And I do,
große
but
Sache,
in
dann
the
gehen wir
element,
einfach
I'm
in die
still going to test for
Entspannung.
catalepsy.
Aber bei der Element
Very,
teste ich
very
immer noch die
rare
Katalepsie.
would somebody
Ganz
not feel
selten
catalepsy
fühlt jemand die
because I
Katalepsie
stop
nicht,
them at the eye lock.
weil ich
If
sie
they don't close their
beim
eyes,
Augenschluss
when I ask them
gestoppt
to,
habe. Wenn sie
I say try and open your eyes, but you
Wenn Sie die
can't.
Augen versuchen zu öffnen
In the
und Sie
rare
können nicht,
circumstances their
unter
eyes
ganz
open,
seltenen
I
Umständen, wenn das
stop the session.
passiert,
That's it.
dann beende ich diese
And then we have a
Sitzung.
conversation about
Und
why
dann haben
did
wir
you
ein
open your
Gespräch,
eyes?
warum öffnest du deine Augen?
I asked you to close your eyes
Ich habe
and
dich gebeten,
imagine
deine
that they were
Augen zu
stuck.
schließen und dir vorzustellen, dass sie...
Entschuldigung, ist das richtig?
Ja, danke.
Bitte, ist gut.
Tschüss.
So it's why would you
Dankeschön.
open your eyes
Warum hast du deine
if I
Augen
told you
geöffnet?
not to?
Wenn ich dir
It's
gesagt habe, es
indicating
nicht
to
zu
me
machen.
this is no
Das
longer a
zeigt
two-way
an,
process.
das ist
I'm
kein
feeling like I'm
zweiseitiger
making you do
Prozess.
things that you don't want to do.
Ich habe das Gefühl,
Otherwise
ich
you
mache,
would have
dass
closed
du
your
Sachen
eyes.
fühlst, dass ich dir Sachen sage, die sollst du
burning
machen, die
up?
du nicht machen willst.
You won't?
Und-
That's good, yeah.
Ist dir heiß? Ja, mir ist ganz heiß.
Awesome. Any questions?
Fragen?
Sure, there's probably a few, maybe.
Vielleicht ein paar Fragen?